with your career.
Yeah, especially when I hear something like that, when I'm focused on what's coming up and how much I've got to do and things that can be anything other than reflecting upon what has worked and what's gone so well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's amazing.
How much have you planned it down the years?
Not very much. No. I used to be really terrible at long-term planning, and now I'm just terrible at it.
Really?
Yeah.
But it seems, looking at, as Steve was saying, this list of hits and so on and so forth and all those facts and figures, that you've had a handle on it, though. You've known what you're doing and what you want to do.
Well, I think I've learnt from what didn't go so well, certainly. And those experiences are worth it for all sorts of reasons as well. But, you know, the aim is to put those lessons into practice and make it better. I mean, as always, it takes the team around you to make it great.
Yeah.
You can make something okay really pretty easily, but to try and push and excel is what I'm normally trying to do, and sometimes it works.
Yeah, always it works. I saw an article you did the other day for one of the papers where you were bigging up your sister and really pleased, well, for everything that's been happening to her.
I don't know how many walls I'm on. I'm sure I'm on a few dartboards as well. There's always a bit of give and take. Listen, I just go, talking about myself as a pin-up or as a sex symbol or anything like that. That's her day job. She's got to go and do it. I've got to deal with her when she comes home in a state. That I can talk about a bit easier. Just having had these connections with people for many, many years, back when they were kids, and I was a young adult. So there's been so many experiences that we've had together that I don't know about unless I meet these people and they tell me a story. But they're happening right now. Somewhere, someone's having an experience with the music or something like that, or looking through a magazine, and I find it very touching and very nice. It humbles me, really. You know, it's no skin off my nose to sign something for them that's going to make them happy, or their son, or their boyfriend, or whoever. And maybe it's because I've had this, over the years I have grown up in front of them. They've seen me do well, they've seen me fail, they've seen me make incredible blunders and embarrassments, and I just think it makes for a strong and incredible relationship between them and myself. And years ago it felt more like it was more frenzied when I would come to England, because Neighbours was on every day and I was just thrust into the top 5 of the charts all the time, and I guess people thought she might never come back, she's from a land so far away. But these days it just seems like we're all a bit more grown up and they're kind of used to me, they feel like they know me, so perhaps they don't have to own me in the way that some other people might suffer. It's just like, oh, hey Kyles, how you doing? It's nice. Some days I don't cope with it as well, very infrequently. I've had an incident where I've been crying on a street. It was a long time ago. I was standing with a boyfriend and we must have been having a bit of a tiff. And I was in tears on the street. And someone came up to me in the middle of this saying, "Hi, you're Kylie Minogue, can you sign this for me?" And I just was... I couldn't get mad. I was just so taken aback. And there's the occasional times like that where you just think, you are not treating me like a person. This is not a sign of any manners whatsoever. And I'm a bit old school when it comes to manners and stuff like that. And, well, most of the time it's fine. Partly because I am very small. And I'll never escape that. But they know that I'm fragile sometimes. I can exude an air of confidence and play the role that I need to. Maybe times I am that person. I am full of confidence. But other times I have to pretend. And I like that honesty with the public. That they might see through it. You know, I could be having to be on a TV show and pretend everything's fine and be jolly, jovial, and have a laugh and all that, but I'm sure they would see through it sometimes. But I think that's a good thing. I can't dupe them very easily. A long time ago, I know that much, and I was probably one of the last people to know about it, which I think is great because there's a lot of companies or industries that specifically aim to capture the gay market or the pink pound. And someone informed me the other day, they said when you became a gay icon, it wasn't called the pink pound, that didn't exist then. And I said, yeah, my God, I remember being in Australia, and there's one of the main gay pubs on Oxford Street in Sydney, which is where the Mardi Gras goes. They would have a Kylie night every Sunday and have impersonators. And it had been going for weeks and weeks, perhaps months. And I eventually found out about it, and I didn't quite know what to think. So it started way back, very naturally. They adopted me. I didn't go out to get that audience, and they've been so loyal and amazing. And I mean, I'm sure I could go to war with my gay audience. Come on, boys, they're so. I mean, they can be fierce. Actually, I can hear them now using fierce in a different context. Fierce, but yeah, it's. I don't really like to think too much about why they are so fond of me and so supportive. But I think one of the reasons was that years and years, sorry, can't be that successful. We're going to hate you for a while. And there was a period where I was being, for want of a better word, attacked in the press for the silliest reasons. And I think that perhaps my gay audience, and even extending out into all the audience that I have, thought, well, why are you attacking her just for being herself? You might not like what she does. You might think she's uncool or she doesn't have talent or whatever. But don't be vitriolic about it. Just think of something else to write about. And perhaps they related to that. Just let you be yourself. I would love to learn to act. I know it sounds crazy that I would say that, but I feel like a beginner, and I feel like I haven't stopped acting, but acting as yourself, performing on stage, doing all the acting that I have done, is very different to bringing character to life and not being seen as Kylie Minogue, and that's now become very difficult for me. So that's a major challenge, and one which I will meet head on and probably destroy myself in the process, but I really would love to do something that I can be proud of, really proud of. And I have the feeling it won't be for a short while, because I'll need to get beyond this album, beyond a tour, and find the right project, which is time-consuming enough, and really concentrate. Knuckle down, do some work, instead of the way I normally do things is rock up at the last minute. And I've skipped steps 1 to 8 and just do 9 and 10 and fly by night and manage to make it work. So it's something that intrigues me, it terrifies me, it excites me, and it will happen one day. Yeah, just be a girl and just be home. I love it. Complete strangers say, "Hey, Kyles, how you doing?" A lot of people have nicknames for me. My friends they call me everything except Kylie. I mean, for a long time it seemed that my name was taken away from me. Kylie represented her, that other person that was lived a different life. But I think I've reclaimed it recently. Let's say I come home from work. I don't know, my favourite way to illustrate this story is my girlfriend. I used to live with this girl, and I would call her. Actually, we were both quite like hermits. We didn't really go out much. We just liked to stay home. And I would call her on my way back from work and say, "Darling, travelling. I'll be home in 10 minutes. Just warning you, I look famous. And so I get to the door and she'll say, oh, quick, go and get it. Not like I wear loads of makeup or anything, but just when you go to work, you have to, there are times when you have to become that person, and you just have that air about you, or that, you know, you've got a very much a hairdo and a snazzy outfit on. So I get home, of course, take it all off, put tracksuit pants on, and then we felt much happier. Then all was well in the home. No, it just depends which way I look at it. You know, the glass is half full or half empty. I feel like I've come a long way, but the distance I have yet to go seems that much further. So, relatively not that far. I really feel like a beginner, like a fledgling in a lot of ways. I'm just starting to get a sense of knowing what I'm doing, who I am, and how I fit into this world. But I'll probably always feel that way. I think that would be, you know, if I can be like that till I am old, that would probably be quite nice. That's where Light Years is a nice title. I don't know where I'm going. I think some other force knows where I'm going. The greater, the universe knows where I'm going, because I am a fatalist and I believe that it is written. But I don't know. I'm not meant to know. That would ruin it. I don't know about reincarnation, actually coming back and being someone else, but I think that your spirit has to go on. I don't believe we die and that's it. So I guess, yeah, it is all about travel for me. Making the album was a breeze. Promoting the album is a different story. I think that doesn't really matter how much fun it was or wasn't making the album. Promotion is just laborious, hard work, mostly. But yeah, it was a very happy time making the album, and the people I worked with came on board straight away. There was a lot of enthusiasm for the project. People felt very certain about what sounds they wanted me to have, and I worked with all of these people, which was wonderful. And I guess we had one or two hiccups along the way, but really no dramas. It's felt like it's meant to be. Like, this is where I'm meant to be and exactly what I'm meant to be doing now. So, yeah, I'd love to be saying, oh, it was such hard work and it was painstaking and I poured all of myself into it. It just was so much fun.